Good morning, everyone, and welcome. My name is Susan, and we're going to have a nice little yoga class today. So, I want you to be comfortable on your sit bones. Now, if you can, sit cross-legged. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can sit any way you'd like, all right? So, nice and comfortable, sitting nice and tall. And so let me go through the breathing again. I try to refresh the breathing every time we get together, because sometimes we have some new people who are not familiar with it. So the breathing is called diaphragmatic breathing. So what I'd like you to do is breathe through the nose, in through the nose and out through the nose. Nice, long, full, smooth breath. Inhale completely. Always try and hold your breath for a couple of seconds and exhale completely. That's it, all right? So try to get a little rhythm going. Just do what you can. Don't hold your breath, but I'll remind you constantly to breathe, all right? So again, I will cue you on your breathing when I say the next exhale or your next exhale is when we move. We always move on the exhale. So listen to your body. Do what feels right for you. If it doesn't feel good, of course, you don't have to do it. And there's room in pretty well everything we do to make little tiny adjustments so you can find a place that works for you. If this is going to cause you pain or be very uncomfortable, remember you don't have to do it, all right? So you know your body, I don't, so take it easy. All right, that being said, we always start the class with a couple minutes of breathing and pranayama, and every week or every class I choose a different mudra, a different hand gesture. If it's not your thing, just put your hands on your lap and you can breathe that way. But if you'd like to try this one, this is our Surya Mudra. Ring finger represents health, energy, change, sexuality, and intuition. Thumb represents your ego, together tip to tip, palm up. Again, if you prefer, just put your hands on your lap, do it that way. Relax your shoulders, close your eyes, and let's breathe. Focus on the sensation, take that breath, feel it. Continue on your own personal pranayama for the next 2 minutes. Now's the time to drop your day, to settle your mind, and to set an intention for your practice today. Focus on any situation in your life that needs guidance from your higher self. It's time to lower the heart rate, lower our blood pressure, and lower our anxiety level. Try to find stillness in mind and body. For one more breath. On the next exhale, I'd like you to bring your hands together. Let's rub and vigorously activate our hand chakra. Hands onto the heart center, close your eyes, and let's take a nice long smooth breath together to tune out. Inhale. One more big breath. On the next exhale, let's drop 3 fingers, index fingers together, preparing for Jupiter Mudra with a straight spine. Take your breath. If you can, on the exhale, let's reach all the way up, right up to the ceiling. If this bothers your shoulders or arms, bring them down a little lower if you need to. Now let's wake up that physical body. Let's release and lengthen that spine. Breathe. One more breath. On the exhale, release the hands. If you can, inhale into a gentle back bend. If not, just reach up to the ceiling. One more breath. Exhale, bring the arms down slowly, hands on the floor right in front of you. Keeping your back straight, hinging up the hips. On the exhale, all I want you to do is lean forward. Now you can keep your hands here if you want. Some of you want to come reach, crawl your fingers a little more. Some can come on the forearm, and some of you want to go with the straight arm. You can bow your head a little for this one here. I'm just going to move back a bit here. Beautiful stretch for the shoulders, the muscles up and down your back, your spine. One more breath. On the exhale, stay low, shift your body weight to the left. Weights on the left thigh, right hip on the floor. Now you can stay right here and lean. Some of you want to crawl a little further. Relax your shoulders. This, you should feel a beautiful stretch for the right side of the body, the shoulder and all the way down. So find a place that is comfortable for you. You don't have to be aggressive. You don't have to force your body. Settle into it, relax and breathe. One more breath. On the exhale, stay low, come to center, and then shift your body weight to the right. Weights on the right thigh, left hip on the floor. Start slowly until you find a place that feels just right. And they call that your edge. Find your edge. Maybe that's the place where you can't go any further. Maybe you shouldn't go any further. That's your edge. Relax the shoulders. Breathe. From here, let's recognize and release the tension we hold in our face. So I want you just to squeeze your face, scrunch it up, engage all the muscles, hold it as tight as you can. Let it go. Relax your facial muscles, push the tension through your body into the ground for one more breath. On the exhale, come back to center, come up very slowly. Roll the shoulders out, roll them out gently, roll them out. Perfect. All right, left hand on the floor beside the left knee. Now this is where our little block comes in. So I'm going to show you 3 ways to do this one here in case you don't have a block. Now the deepest version is elbow on the floor, left elbow on the floor, right arm up to the ceiling. That's without my right hip coming off. If that's a little bit too deep of a stretch, set your little block up beside the left knee. Then you can rest your elbow on the block. It's a little easier that way, all right? And if you don't have a block, just reach your hand out and bend the elbow. Don't even have to put the elbow on the floor. So you can decide on what's going to work for you. Right hand on the right knee, left hand into position with a straight spine always. Inhale, right arm up. And exhale as you lean on the elbow, on the block or on the floor. Arm is up to the ceiling. Try to make sure the arm is lined up to the side of your body. You're not leaning forward or tilted back. If you want to go deeper, you can reach a little over to the left if you feel you need to go a little further, or stay right here. Lengthening the right side of the body. On the exhale, right hand to right knee. And when you're ready, on the exhale, push away, bring the right shoulder gently towards the left knee. Now you can keep the right arm straight, you can soften the elbow, it doesn't matter. This is an upper back, shoulder, and all the way down. One more breath. Exhale, bend the elbow, come to center, and come up slowly. Okay, let's try this side here. If you have your block, you can use it. If you want to set it up beside the right knee, make sure you're comfortable on your sit bones. Left hand on left knee, right into position. Let's inhale, left arm up. And exhale. This you can do easily with your hand on your hip if you want to do it that way as well. Spread those fingers like beautiful rays of sunshine. Smile. Smile while you're breathing. One more breath. Exhale, left hand to left knee. And when you're ready on the exhale, push away. Now you don't have to go far. As soon as you feel that stretch, that's probably where you should be. Just releasing. Give your body time to release. One more breath. On the exhale, slowly bend the elbow, come to center, and come up very slowly. Okay, let's go right into a seated twist pose from here. So right hand on left knee, left hand behind the back. Take your breath. On the exhale, look over the left shoulder. Now, this is a gentle spinal twist. Be very gentle. If you have issues with your back or your spine, you don't have to go far. But those of you who want to go deeper, push on your knee to the right, left knee to the right. Keep your back straight. You can go a little further if you feel you need to go a little deeper today. Relaxing the shoulders, releasing your spine, keeping it strong and balanced and supple and flexible. One more breath. Exhale, slowly release, all the way to the other side. Left hand on right knee, right hand behind your back. Take a breath, and on the exhale, look over the right shoulder. Here again, depending on how you feel, a little bit of movement is just fine. You don't have to be aggressive. Don't feel like you have to force your body. Wherever you are is where you need to be. So just take it easy. Enjoy, just enjoy it. Smile. On the exhale, excuse me, release, coming to center. All right, so let's loosen up those legs a bit. So now I want you to get into your little butterfly or bound angle pose. So let's loosen things up a bit. So again, make sure there's room between the heels and the groin area. So this particular move, our position, excuse me, all of a sudden I'm losing my voice. Releasing the inner thighs, pelvic floor, groin area, opening up the hips and releasing the tight buttocks, just sitting like this. I'm gonna give you 3 places to go here. The deepest version is hands on the ankles, elbows on the knees, leaning forward. Or if you prefer just to sit like this, you don't have to do anything. If you find that this is as far as you want to go or can't go, stay right here. Make sure your back is always straight, head level with your spine. Or if you want to put your hands on the floor beside your hips, bring the shoulder blades together to open that chest up a little bit. You can do that if you'd like. All right, so you can decide on whatever one you want to work with. I'm going to go into hands onto the ankles. So take your breath. On the exhale, those of you who are leaning forward now, a little bit of pressure on the knees is okay, not a lot. Focus on leaning forward if you feel you need a deeper stretch. So just relax. Keep your head level with your spine. Try not to bow your head around your shoulders. One more breath. Exhale, come up very, very slowly. Okay, let's straighten the left leg. So we're going to get into a single leg stretch. So what I'd like you to do, I'm going to give you a couple of ways. I always have a lot of different ways of doing everything we do. If you can, the right foot will be in the cusp of the knee. Make sure the left leg is lined up with the hip and it's not way out here. That's a whole other move, all right? So again, this is going to be focusing on the left leg, hamstring, the back of the leg, the knee, and the calf. Make sure your toes are always pointing up to the ceiling. So from here again, straight spine, head level with your spine. We always hinge at the hips. So what we're going to do here is you're going to put your hands right on your knee or your thigh. All I want you to do is lean forward. You can go as far as comfortable. Some people like to reach down and grab their foot or their toes. You can do that if you'd like, okay? So now again, with the right one, it's in the cusp of the knee. If you prefer to have your foot along your calf, that's fine. Not any higher, that's a whole other move that we're not doing today. So let's take a breath. And on the exhale, when you're ready, lean forward. Now you can stay right here. If you want, on the exhale, just go a little further. Again, till you find your edge. This is a very dynamic stretch. You should feel this one right away. And wherever you end up, think about your knee and your quad. If they're tight, try to let them go. Relax them, relax them. And just breathe. Always come back to the breathing. Focus on the sensations of the breathing. One more. Exhale. Slowly come up. Very, very slowly. Okay, so we're going to do one more from here. We're going to do a seated pigeon pose. So this one here specifically again for the knee and the hip. So I'm going to give you 2 places to go here if you want, or 3 actually. The actual position is the foot is going to go just on my thigh, just above the knee. One hand on the right knee, my left hand on the right foot. All I'm going to do is lean forward. Now, this is one way. This is again for your hips, so be careful. If you want to go deeper, bring the heel up a little bit closer and you can lean forward. You'll get a bit deeper stretch. Now, if you prefer to keep your foot on the floor and just do it this way, absolutely do it that way. Okay, whatever's going to work for you, all right? Now remember, this is all about the right knee and the right hip, so take it easy. Ready? On the exhale. Focus on the breath. Relax your hip, your thigh, your knee. Once you get into the position, if you find once you do it, it really doesn't feel good, remember, you can always come out of it or make a little adjustment. That's why I'm trying to give you different variations of pretty well everything. So hopefully you can find something that works for you. Let's come out of this one. Exhale up. Okay, let's release it and very gently stretch it out. Carefully, of course, if it's a little tight. Let's try this side here. So right leg is nice and lined up with the hip. Left foot's in the cusp of the knee or along the calf is just fine. Both hands on the right thigh, the right knee, straight spine. Take a breath on the exhale, lean forward. Start slowly and just go wherever it feels good for you. All right, remember this is a very dynamic stretch, very deep stretch. So just leaning forward a little bit, you're going to feel it. Most people have very tight hamstrings, so take it easy. One more breath. Exhale, come up very, very slowly. All right, lovely. Now let's bring the legs. Let's stretch those legs out finally. Roll the shoulders up, roll them out. All right, so we're going to do a couple of things from here. So this is considered our staff pose. It's a very neutral position. So sitting comfortable, and again, I want you to try and be aware of your posture always, sitting nice and tall. So from here, we're going to do our seated fish pose. So this is specifically for the chest. So I'd like you to put your hands on the floor beside your hips. Let's take a nice breath. Inhale. On the exhale, bring the shoulders up, bring them back, slide them down, and I'd like you to bring your shoulder blades together as tight as you can that's comfortable for you. And now let's focus on opening up the chest, the pectorals, releasing the tight chest, the rib cage and the heart center as well, and the front of the deltoid of the shoulder. Now relax your legs while you're doing this. Come back to what you're doing. Relax your whole body. I know it's hard to do. Think about what you're doing. One more breath. Exhale, shoulders up, forward, bring them down. All right, let's get into our little caterpillar. Rest the forearm on your lap. Hands will go just on above, just below your knee. From here, all I want you to do on the exhale is bow your head around your shoulders. You don't have to lean forward, just round your back a little bit. So this is our caterpillar. So this is a really nice counter pose to the fish. It'll stretch your back out a little bit more, but also releasing the chest. So this is a really nice, gentle little stretch for your back without moving too much. One more breath. Exhale, come up very, very slowly. Okay, roll the shoulders up, roll them out, let it go. All right, rolling the shoulders out is so important. It's really identifying, releasing the tension we hold in the shoulders and the upper body. It also increases the blood flow into the upper body. So let's do a gentle neck stretch while we're here. So I want you to try and relax your whole body. Let's focus on the neck, the little muscles in the neck. Excuse me. So if you have issues with your upper spine, your neck, back of your neck, be very gentle and careful. Let's take a breath together. On the exhale, all I want you to do is just turn your head gently to the left. Very gentle release of those little tiny muscles along the side of your neck. And when you release those little muscles, you increase the blood flow into your brain, deep oxygenation. One more breath. On the exhale, bring your head to center slowly. Take a breath. Exhale, tilt it back if you can. One more breath. On the exhale, bring your head to center. Big breath. And if you can, just turn your head slightly to the right, releasing the left side. When we start releasing the tension in the shoulders, the upper body, releasing the neck as well. Everything seems to work together. Helps with your memory, your decision making, your thought process. On the exhale, come to center slowly. Let's bow our head on the exhale. Releasing the back of the neck, the top of the cervical spine, carefully and gently, of course. One more breath. Exhale, come up very slowly. Okay, let's do a shoulder shrug. Take your breath. Exhale, shoulders up, bring them up. And I want you to hug your ears as tight as you can. Squeeze. Nice, easy, quick way to release the tension that we hold in our upper body and our shoulders. Anytime during the day, do this. Feels good. On the exhale, let it go. Let the shoulders fall. Now roll them out. See if you notice the difference. Maybe they're getting hopefully a little bit looser. All right, lovely. Okay, so from here, we are going to work some hands and some feet. All right. So what we're going to do here is I want you to reach out with the left hand only. So make sure that you're sitting nice and tall. Try to relax the rest of your body. Let's focus on the forearm, wrists, and hands of the left hand. Fingers are open, bend at the wrist, slightly turn up to the baby finger. Releasing a beautiful little gentle stretch for the extensor muscles, I should say, forearm, wrist, the hands and fingers. On the exhale, bring the hand up. Right fingertips press back, the left ones carefully. And while you're sitting here, let's point those toes too. Get a little stretch on the top of the foot while you're here. Get a gentle stretch for the hand, wrist, and right into here, the flexion muscles. Be very gentle now. You don't have to overdo it. On the exhale, release the left hand, put it on your lap. Let's try this side here. Bring it down, bend at the wrist, slightly turn out to the baby finger. Relax your shoulder, focus on the forearm. Now from here, I want you to relax your feet while you're doing this. And on the exhale, bring it up and back. Left fingertips on the tip of the right, bring them back gently. Relax the shoulders, focus on exactly what you're doing, the part of the body you're working with. Keep an eye on your breath, it's the same breath. And from here, release. Now, I want you to put your hands right on your lap. All right, so we're gonna work our fingers today. So all you're gonna do, let me show you first, is you're gonna lift each finger up and down. That's it, all right? So again, let's see if we can get a little bit of articulation, a little movement into those little stick fingers. So sitting nice and tall, just relax your feet and your legs. Let's start with the thumbs. Inhale up. Make sure your hands stay on your lap, and you're going to move each finger and up and down. That's it. So really loosening up the tight fingers. We're going to lubricate those little joints, releasing the nerves, the blood vessels, the muscles. And then work your way back to your thumb when you get your little finger, and just do what you can. I know a lot of people have tight, stiff fingers, little arthritis perhaps. If you work on a keyboard, work with your hands a lot, very important that we pay attention to our hands and our fingers and take care of them as well. Now once you get back to your thumb, I'll just give you a couple more seconds in case I'm going a little too fast for you. And when you're done, I want you to bring your hands up and just spread them out. Get a deep stretch into the hands, the fingers. And then from here, all I want you to do is let them hang. Roll them around gently, play a little piano, start slowly. And if you want to go faster, play a little more piano, it's up to you. Just move slowly and just move them around. And then shake them out, just release, shake them out. Okay, let's go down to the ankles and the feet and the lower legs. So from here, today we're going to do a plantar flexion. All you're going to do is you're going to push the foot forward and bring it back. That's it. Let's do it 4 times. So the hands can stay on your lap. If you want to put your hands on the floor beside your hips, or if you want to come all the way back here and relax, you can do it that way if you'd like. I can put my hands on my hips, on the floor beside my hips. Ready? Straight spine always. Let's go. Inhale and back. So this again is called a plantar flexion, so focusing on the ankle, the foot, the toes, but also you can feel your lower leg. Now a nice little stretch for the calf, maybe a little bit of shin as well, so take it easy, back. And if you have to stop, just stop and rest, don't be shy. Listen to your body. And one more. Perfect. And then relax. Relax your legs, relax your knees, your thighs, and your feet. I want you to play a little piano now with your toes. If you can round, if you have socks on, you should be able to do this as well. All right. Probably a good idea to be bare feet, but if you prefer to keep your socks on, that's up to you. Just be very aware, wiggle them around. Perfect. And so we're going to start moving now. We're going to get into our table. Again, with the socks, just be very aware that when we stand up, if you have socks on, be very aware that you're not slipping and sliding. That's why a good grip with bare feet is a good idea, but that's up to you. From here, let's get into our table. So we're going to get onto our hands and knees. So any way you can, let's get into this position here. Now, with my classes, I always offer little pads. I made these up. These are Pilates mats. I've cut them up. So it just makes it a little more comfortable with your knees or your wrists. So if you find you need to use something handy, maybe a little towel, a thin blanket, if that's what you need to do. So this is our table. So let's check our alignment. Ankle to knee, oops. Knee to hip, knees are hip distance apart, arms are lined up, head is level with your shoulders and your back. If you have weak wrist, you can go on your fist. That just changes the angle of the wrist if that's better for you. From here, let's do some cat and cow. Let's work that spine a little bit more. Ready? Inhale, head up, sacrum up, C-scoop spine. And on the exhale, arch the back, chin to chest, belly button to spine. Try to relax your thighs while you're doing this. Keep going. Follow that breath. Let's wake up that spine a little bit more. Lengthening the spine, releasing upper back. Beautiful stretch for the lower back. And when you come up, you get that beautiful release into your abdominals, your belly, and your chest. Breath in motion, meditation in motion, cat and cow. Let's do one more. And up. Smile. When you finish your last position, come to center. All right, we're going to stay here a little bit longer. If you need to shake your hands out, take a second, shake them out if you need to. And again, if your wrist's getting tired, go on your fist, right? A little easier that way. So we're going to do one more called a revolving tabletop. This is a gentle hip stretch. Take your breath. On the exhale, push the hip out to the right as you look over the left shoulder. Now, it's not going to go very far, so just push it out gently. One more breath. Exhale, swing the hips to the left, look over the right shoulder. You You can feel this beautiful stretch for the lower back, the glute, and the hip abductor. One more breath. We're going to swing to the right again. And swing. Look over the left shoulder. And one last time. Exhale. Swing the hips to the left. Look over the right shoulder. Exhale, come to center. All right, so from here, we're going to get into child's pose. So if you need to open up your knees a bit wider for comfort, what I'd like you to do is lean back gently. Now, make sure your head and your neck are supported on your stacked fists. Some people like to support their head on their block, stacked hands, or on the floor. And just rest. Child's pose Balasana is a wonderful full body stretch. A resting place and a neutral place. Slow it down, just breathe and rest. And I want you to give yourself permission to relax. Take this time to slow things down. Step away from the busyness of the outside world, maybe of your life. Turn your brain off for a while and focus on this moment, right here, right now. That's all that matters. Be mindful of the present moment. How you feel, where you are, what you're doing, how your body moves, and your breath. All about the breath. One more. Exhale, back up to table slowly. All right, so we're going to get ourselves up to mountain, and let's get into our downward dog from here. So from here, curl the toes, take a breath, and on the exhale, if you can, let's come all the way up. Now make sure that you adjust your feet, move them back a bit if you need to, get that balance, the weight from the hands to the feet, tail is up high, back, a straight head hanging down. Down dog. Let's walk ourselves up to mountain, take a few steps, and let's get up very, very slowly, all the way up. All right, shake out the hands, roll out the shoulders, shake those legs out. Get the kinks out, leg it off the floor for a little while. Standing nice and tall into our mountain Tadasana. All right, so feet are nice and anchored to the floor, hip distance apart. Relax your shoulders, let your arms hang down. And let's just stay here for a few breaths. I want you to slow that heart rate down. Slow the breath down. Mountain Tadasana is a resting and neutral place. One more breath. Let's inhale up. Exhale. Inhale into a gentle back bend. Or just reach up to the ceiling, whatever works for you. Prepare for ragdoll. I'm going to change position, but I want you just to stay where you are. Just so you can see me. Ragdoll, hinging at the hips, soften your knees, and I want you to swan dive down and hang out. Keep your knees soft. This is a really nice full body stretch. You can go as low as you want. Be very aware of how this makes you feel. If it makes you dizzy, come up a little higher. This is a nice stretch. Just let it all go. One more breath. On the exhale, come up very slowly. Reverse the blood flow so you don't get dizzy. All the way up. Roll the shoulders out, roll them out. Okay, now we're nice and warmed up. Let's keep going. So we're going to start with a nice little move called the Krishna pose. Let me show you two ways to do this one here. So first of all, I'm going to take my right foot, I'm going to cross over my left foot. Now here you can go with flat feet, or some people like to go on the right foot on the ball of the foot. It's up to you. Let me show you first. I'm going to bring my arms up and I'm going to lean to the right. So this is our Krishna pose. I'm going to move back a bit so you can see me here. Now if you prefer, this is going to really challenge your balance. So a little tip, whenever we do balance positions, stare at a spot on the floor in front of you. It'll help a lot. If you prefer to keep your legs like this, not even cross them, you can do it this way, and that would be a half moon salute. So let's see what we can do together. So first of all, let's get our feet organized, and then we can focus on the breath. So cross over, make sure you're anchored, ready, inhale up, exhale, take a breath, and lean to the right. One more breath. Exhale, come to center. Bring the arms down slowly. Release the legs, roll the shoulders out. Now I want you to come to the very top of your mat. Let's prepare for our chair pose. Let's inhale up, exhale back, sit back. Now this is the chair pose. I want you to visualize you're sitting on the very edge of the chair, the edge of your sacrum area, knees and toes lined up as best you can. Try not to push the knees forward. We want to keep an eye on those knees. Chair pose. One more breath. Exhale, mountain. Coming to make sure you're at the very top of the mat. I'm going to do it sideways so you can see what I'm doing here. All right, prepare for pyramid. Take a breath. On the exhale, step back with the right leg. Big step. Back foot's on an angle. Left leg nice and straight. Make sure you're nice and anchored to the floor. Hips are square. Ready? Let's go. Inhale up. Exhale. Big breath. Exhale, hinging at the hips. Fold over, both hands on the left knee. This would be engaged pyramid. Full pyramid would be a little further down. This is a hamstring stretch. So if you find it's a little too intense, bend your knee if you have to. Otherwise, straight leg. Preparing for warrior two. On the exhale, bend the knee, find your lunge, come up slowly. Left arm to the front, right to the back. Whoops. Nice and anchored to the floor. Back is straight, shoulders are relaxed. Looking at the tips of the left fingers. Anchor to the floor, breathe. Reverse warrior on the exhale. Right hand on the back of the right leg, left arm comes up, keep your lunge. Now, if you want to go deeper, you can slide your hand down a little further if you want or not, it's up to you. Now you can look up to the ceiling or look straight, it doesn't matter. Side angle. On the exhale, left forearm on the left lap, right arm comes up to the ceiling. Try to make sure your body's nice and straight. Arms up to the ceiling. If you want to go deeper, you can reach a little bit over your head if you'd like. Make sure the left forearm is resting gently on the lap. One more breath. On the exhale, windmill, right arm down. We're going to get into high lunge. Both hands on either side of the left foot. Slide that right leg back all the way, as far as you can go. Bring the right hip down. If this is too intense, put your knee on the floor. High lunge. Down dog from here. If you can. If you have to get into table first, get into table and get into dog after that. Crouching tiger from here. Bend the knees. Stay on the balls of the feet. Those of you who want to go deeper, you can go on the tips of your toes if you want. Or stay on the balls of the feet. Crouching tiger. Table. Come down slowly. All right. Let's do a couple of cat and cows. Inhale up. Exhale. Just a nice little stretch in between because we're going to do that again. All right. Everybody good? Shall we go again? Down dog. Ready? On the exhale, everybody up. Make sure that you adjust yourself so you're comfortable and balanced and safe. One more breath. Mountain. Take a few steps. Come up very, very slowly so you don't get dizzy. All right? Shake it out. Roll it out. Shake the legs out. All right. Let's do that again. All right? So, let's just take a couple of breaths into our nice strong mountain. Feet are anchored. Make sure you're always aware of your posture. Let the arms hang. Take a second. Slow down that heart rate. Slow down that breath. Let's go. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale, back bend or just reach up to the ceiling. Try to bring yourself right into this moment, right here, right now. Focus on every move you make. Ragdoll, soften the knees, hinging at the hips, and swan dive down. This is a really nice opportunity to get a nice little stretch. One more breath. From here, prepare to come back up to mountain very slowly. Slowly reverse the blood flow so you don't get dizzy. Roll it out quickly. Okay, so let's go right into our little Krishna pose. So if you want to try the full version, prepare your legs first, get set up. If you prefer not to, keep your legs where they are. All right, so I'm going to get set up. I'm going to go on flat feet. Ready? Inhale up. Exhale. We're going to lean to the left. One more breath. Exhale up. Come down. Untangle your feet. Chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, chair. One more breath. Mountain, come up slowly. Quickly roll the shoulders out if you need to. Come to the very top of the mat. We're going to do pyramid, left leg. Take a breath. Exhale, step back, left leg. Now make sure that you set yourself up. Back foot's on a bit of an angle. Right leg is nice and straight. Hips are square. Make sure you're stuck to the floor. Then you're ready to go. Inhale up. Exhale, big breath. Exhale, hinging at the hips, fold over. Both hands on the right knee. Or you can go further down if you want. One more breath. Warrior two from here. On the exhale, bend the knee, find your lunge, come up slowly. Right arm to the front, left to the back. Arms are shoulder height, back is nice and straight, looking at the tips of the right fingers. Breathe, don't hold your breath. Reverse warrior. On the exhale, left hand on the back of the left leg, right arm up. You can stay here. You can have your hand on your hip, your glute, back of the leg. It doesn't matter. Some of you want to go further. You can reach down a little more if you want to go deeper. Side angle. On the exhale, right forearm on the left, left arm up. You can reach further if you want to go deeper, stay here if you want. This you can even do with your hand on your hip if you want. Challenging your balance as well. High lunge from here. Exhale, windmill, left arm down. Both hands on either side of the right foot. Slide that left leg back. Keep going, bring it down. The hip down, ankle and knee are lined up with the right leg. Again, put your knee on the floor if this is too intense for you. Down dog from here. Again, you can always get into table to help you get in and out of dog. If that helps you, it's a little shortcut. Down dog. Crouching tiger, bend the knees, stay on the balls of the feet if you want. If you want to go deeper, go on the tips of your toes. Crouching tiger. Table from here, slowly come down all the way. Release your feet if you're on your toes. Table, let's do some cat and cow. Inhale, head up, sacrum up, C-scoop spine. And then arch. This is your opportunity to release any tension you might feel anywhere from the different positions we've come out of. Let it go. From here, come to straight neutral spine. We're going to very gently get onto our backs. So very carefully and gently and gracefully. Let's get onto our backs. All right. Let's start our cool down gently. Onto your back. Adjust your back and shoulders. Make sure you're nice and comfortable. I want you to stretch the left leg out only. Keep the right one bent. We're going to do a single leg stretch. So make sure, again, you're comfortable. Take your breath. And on the exhale, when you're ready, bring up the right knee only and give yourself a beautiful hug. Now the deeper you go, of course, the more of a stretch you're going to get. So you find whatever feels good for you at this point. Beautiful release for the knee, the thigh, glute into the hip, pelvic floor area, lower back. Single leg stretch. One more breath. On the exhale, prepare to release the right leg, very gently counter pose. Stretch the right one out as you bend the left one. Make sure you adjust your back and shoulders. And when you're ready, on the exhale, bring up the left one. Start slowly. You're going to know what feels the best for you. Relax your right leg, focus on the left one. One more breath. On the exhale, slowly release. Keep the left knee bent. I'd like you to bend the right one, adjust your back and shoulders, make sure you're nice and comfortable. And then when you're ready, bring up both knees, big hug, and rock gently from side to side if you like. And let's give ourselves a beautiful little back massage, lengthening your spine. Rock and breathe. Smile. Let's really, like I said, cool the body down now. So releasing any tension that we might have felt with the different positions we've come out of. Now, if you'd like, when you get to the left, you can do some little circles, just focusing on the lower back a little bit more, little circles. One more breath. And if you'd like to go to the right, do some little circles, just little circles. Really focusing on the lower back. Perfect. From here, knees to center, soles of the feet onto the floor. Reclining bound angle pose if you can. On the exhale, feet together, your knees fall open. You can put your arms out wherever you want them to be. And let's really get that extra deep stretch into the pelvic floor area, the glutes, the hips, inner thighs. So just relax and breathe. Feel the breath. Feel your chest rise as you inhale. Always try and suspend it. Hold it for a couple of seconds and then feel your chest lower or sink as you exhale. Feel that smooth, controlled, slow breath. One more. On the exhale, bring the legs together. Use your hands, bring them together very, very carefully. All right, keep your knees the way they are. We're going to do our twist pose from here. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, let them fall shoulder height. Take a breath. And on the exhale, if you can, drop your knees gently to the left as you look over the right shoulder. Now, if you want to straighten your legs a bit for comfort, but just let them fall. They don't necessarily have to touch the floor. So this is a gentle spinal twist, but also a bonus stretch for the right hip area. Relax those shoulders. Close your eyes. Breathe. One more. On the next exhale, slowly and carefully bring the knees up. Adjust your shoulders, your neck for comfort. When you're ready, on the next exhale, drop your knees to the right, look over the left shoulder, adjust your feet and your legs for comfort, and just let them fall. One more breath. On the next exhale, slowly bring your knees up, very, very, very carefully and slowly. Now, I want you to stretch your legs out. Inhale, or actually stretch them out as you're breathing. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, let them fall over your head. Make sure they land right on the floor. And I want you to stretch that body out. Fingertips to the tips of your toes. Make yourself nice and long and tall. And then let your body just melt right into the ground, feeling nice and heavy, but very calm and relaxed and peaceful. Breath is flowing. It's important for relaxation to have a tension-free body and a tension-free mind. All that energy is flowing, energy which is our life force. For one more breath. On the next exhale, I want you to bring your hands to the side of your body, palms facing the ceiling. Hands are open to receive guidance from your higher self, and let's prepare for our closing Savasana, meditation, relaxation, reflection time. However you choose to bring this into your practice today, resting comfortably on your mat. So at this point, some people like to put their socks on if their feet are chilly, or maybe their sweater on, like a little blanket, unless you actually have a blanket, which is lovely. You can bend your knees. Some people like to lay on their side and cuddle. But I want you to find a place on your mat where you can rest comfortably, because you don't have to move anymore. No more moving, just rest, all right? Focus on that beautiful breath. Remember, the breath is calming, it's soothing, it's balancing, it's very cleansing. And now that we're resting in Savasana, relaxation pose, let's take a minute to thank ourselves for our practice today. To scan your body and your mind for any remaining tension. Let's have compassion melt away that tension into our mat. Let's take a minute to absorb the benefit of our practice by exploring our body and its weight on the mat. Breathing deeply and feeling your body getting heavier and heavier with each exhalation. Keep your eyes relaxed, feel no tension on your forehead, and reach within for that inner smile. You know, the one that brings you joy when you think of someone, somewhere, or something that made you happy inside. Those are the times when we visit the past. Remember the times that we felt peace and that all was well. Revisiting times where we felt strong and peaceful and when we just knew that all that was happening was just the way it was supposed to is a tool that brings peace within and without, meaning it's still there even if it's not. That is meditation. Imagine that inner smile being meditative. It is because it's a tool of recognition and of appreciation of what is. Always welcome any situation in your life that brings you a smile so you can access it within when you need it the most. Let's just practice patience and relax and breathe. Now remember, meditation isn't about controlling your thoughts, it's about not letting them control you. And finally, let's take a couple of minutes to embrace the silence in our space and in our minds, to find that place within yourself that speaks to you, the stillness that holds the proper questions and all of our answers, our truth and our identity. Sat Nam. Let your mind, your body, and your soul absorb the vibrations of the bells, bringing your own energies to its appropriate frequency. Slowly bring yourself back into the room, back into your space. Wiggle your fingers and toes to bring life back to your body. And when you're ready, very slowly and carefully and very gently bring yourself back up to our cross-legged Sukhasana position, or any seated position that's comfortable for you at this point. Take your time. I know it's hard to get off the floor. Sitting nice and comfortable on your sit bones. Let's bring our hands together. Let's rub them vigorously, activate our hand chakra. Hands onto your heart center, close your eyes. And let's take a nice long smooth breath together to tune in. Inhale. One more big breath. Shanti, Shanti, peace, peace. May love and light be with you always. Namaste. All right, and we're all done. So that was wonderful. Nicely done, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. And again, my name is Susan, and just take it easy. You know, get outside, get some sun on your face. Of course, put your sunscreen on, and enjoy the rest of the summer. Find things that make you happy. Go out and play. And again, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you again soon.